Time to dive into the All-22 coaches film of the Denver Broncos offense as they faced off against the Cincinnati Bengals on Monday Night Football. Obviously, a lot of good stuff from the Broncos in this game. It was good to see Bo Nix have a nice bounce-back game. I thought he played really, really well. Obviously the interception was not ideal, and that was a bonehead decision. But for the rest of the game, Bo Nix really played well. Running game was great. J.K. Dobbins is the Broncos' first 100-yard rusher since Latavius Murray. And it is the first 100-yard rusher of Sean Payton's tenure as Denver Broncos head coach. So we'll dive into the film here. We'll get rocking and rolling. As always, appreciate you guys supporting Mount Polumbus Speaks. Before we start, real quick, do want to thank the title sponsor of Mount Polumbus Speaks, Safeway. Could not do this podcast without them. They're an incredible grocery store. They support local small businesses. So know that when you shop at Safeway, you're supporting local small businesses. They cut their fruit fresh in store every single day. They've got an incredible app that if you don't have on your phone, you're missing out. You want to download that app today. Order directly on the Safeway app. Skip the other delivery service apps. You're going to save time. You're going to save money when you order directly with Safeway. They save your orders. They make it super easy. Before you blink your eye, that food will be delivered to your doorstep if that's how you choose to order it. Safeway, fresh foods, local flavors. Go support your local Safeway store today. All right, let's roll. Diving into the film. First play of the game. The Broncos did not start out great on offense after the Bengals marched down the field. But after that, they started getting rolling really quickly. J.K. Dobbins showed really good patience in this game, which is what I really liked. Sometimes as a running back, it's tempting to make your decision too quickly. It's a fine line of showing patience and not waiting too long for your offensive line to develop their blocks. But J.K. Dobbins showed really good patience in this game. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, we got a power, a little bit of a different version of power. So here's how this thing's going to unfold. We're going to go double team, all the way back here. We're going to go man on right there. Our fullback is going to lead through this hole or bounce outside to block number 44, and our left guard is going to pull around to block number 55. We got a gap seal over here, and we're man on right there. Pretty decent double team from our right tackle and our right guard. Ben Powers just gets lost in the wash there a little bit as our tight end blocks number 99 down. All in all, that's a pretty typical NFL run. Sometimes you're going to get 3-4 yards, and you're not going to get much more than that. So not a great run, not a bad run. All right, we're going 5 wide. This was one of Garrett Bowles' weaker blocks of the game. I thought that Garrett did a great job on Trey Hendrickson for the majority of the game. You didn't hear number 91's name or number called at any point in the game. Let's check out your left tackle, Garrett Bowles, here real quick. So he's going to set deep. Honestly, he's in pretty good shape. I'd like to see that right hand strike in the middle of the chest. Trey Hendrickson's got really long arms. Garrett sits down, but he's just a little bit too late, gives up too much pressure. Forces Bo Nix off his spot. He's got to scramble out, and we do connect with Marvin Mims, though. Okay, we're going double motion on this. Pitching outside to R.J. Harvey. We got nowhere to go. We call this 18 truck, at least in the world that I came from. You're going to get a down block over here from 13. 69 is going to pull out into space. It's really not a bad job from Pat Bryant there. 58 does a good job of identifying it and stretching really quickly because he sees the tackle pulling. Look at number 58. The second he sees 69 pulling, he starts stretching the field. Pat Bryant does his best. Mike McGlinchey is really not pulling for number 23 He's pulling for number 28 here over on the far left-hand side of your screen, but he sees 23's in the box, feels like he's the most dangerous threat, and he's got to pull back on him. This is just a bad play call versus the defense that they had called there because they had the safety down in the box. All right, let's try again. Series number 2 for the Broncos. First series didn't go the way we wanted. Broncos used more motion in this game than they usually do. They're usually not a heavy motion team. I'm not sure what they saw on defense that they liked, but it was different. Okay, Bo is pretty quick to get out on this one, but I don't mind it. You know, anytime Bo's got such good athleticism, anytime he feels that middle of the field vacate like they do on this one, go take off. Good, pick up 4 or 5 yards. It's a good, clean, safe play. Honestly, it's really good pass protection, though, all the way across the board. Mike McGlinchey does a good job on their stud pass rusher, number 91. We got a double team on the inside. 74 is looking for work. He's going to go clean up the hip. And we've got a nice little hole for Bode to run through. Another double motion. We're going to bootleg out. You'll see 58 does a good job of playing this. So we don't have anyone accounting for number 58 on the backside, right? So this guy right here, he's got to be accounted for by the play action. So when we run these bootlegs, we're really banking on this guy crashing down the field. He does not do that, though. He identifies the bootleg right away. He forces Bo Nix up. So Bo's track should look, let me erase this. Bo's track in a perfect world is going to look like this. We're going to run all the way around, and then we're going to throw on the run when we're coming up the field, right? Bo's not able to do that because 58 does a good job with him. So Bo's got to run on a direct line out here. He's going to lose ground, and that just makes life tough on your quarterback. I think if Bo could have stepped into that throw rather than having to step backwards on that throw, we probably do make a completion there to Troy Franklin. Credit to 58. Okay, we've got a wide open crossing route here from Cortland Sutton. Actually, this is not the best of balls from Bo Nix. He delivers it on the back shoulder to Cortland Sutton, but fortunately, there's nobody within 10 yards of Cortland. He's able to pick up the first down. Let's watch J.K. Dobbins here. He knows that he's got blitz action over here, and he identifies it right. Well, so that's man, that's tough right there. Okay, so take a look at these two guys. Okay, number 55 and number 91. J.K. Dobbins is responsible for 55, right? The problem is they're going to run a game between these two, so he's going to go pick Garrett Bowles' inside shoulder. We're going to loop around to the inside, and you'll see J.K. Dobbins. Actually, at first I thought he didn't do the right thing. Technically speaking, he is doing the right thing here when he's trying to pass it off onto 91. But the problem is you got to get a shot on that guy. He just can't get there in time. They get off levels. Garrett Bowles and J.K. Dobbins get off levels. So you've got a free pass rusher. We got the exact same thing as last time we ran a naked. You'll see number 58 on the backside. He does a good job of identifying it. Again, he forces Bo Nix to run up the field rather than down the field. But fortunately, we've got Adam Troutman. I think that's Troutman, right? Yeah, that's Adam Troutman. We've got Adam Troutman wide open. We're able to deliver a strike and a first down. This is a good looking drive. Okay, I like this play right here. I like this play for a number of reasons. This is an old school counter. You don't see this play called very often. You're going to see your backside guard and your backside tackle. We're both going to pull. More times than not, you only see one puller in today's NFL. So usually you'll see a traditional power. But we're going to pull this guy and we're going to pull Garrett Bowles all the way around. And I like this patience from J.K. Or no, that's not J.K. That's R.J. Harvey. That's a fun play. You're only going to see that run, I don't know, 4 or 5 times a year. R.J. Harvey and J.K. Dobbins both ran really well in this game. Going to the fullback dive on second down, I thought the Broncos would probably take a shot to the end zone on this one. They do not. Second and short is usually a good opportunity to take a shot for the end zone because you know you still got 2 more cracks at the first down if you want it. Instead, they hand the ball off to Adam Prentice. They pick up the first down and move the chains. Alex Palczewski checking in as the big tight end. We've got heavy personnel here. We've got an extra tackle in the game. We've got a tight end, and we got a fullback on the field. 22 personnel. Okay, so here's how this thing unfolds, right? So we're going to be man on over here. We're man on over here. We're going to double team these two backside to 55. So I like that angle. That's a good angle. We're cutting off over here, working back up to 22, and then we're manned up right there. Our fullback is going to be lead blocking in here for number 42. Hopefully, you guys could read through my chicken scratch. RJ does a good job of bouncing this thing backside. This ball is not designed to hit backside, but there's nothing there front side, so he rolls it on back. You see, the guys that really make the block on this one is Alex Palczewski and Garrett Bowles on number 99. Good job on Palcho there. Going with the fade to Pat Bryant, and I don't know what happened here. Bo and Pat Bryant just didn't seem to be on the same page. That ball wasn't even close. And this one, we're going to do a Bo Nix scramble for a touchdown. Good guys are on the board. Again, this is the threat that you are going to always have to deal with when you've got Bo Nix playing quarterback. See how the middle of the field vacates here? Bo Nix knows that. Probably could hit Marvin Mims right there for a touchdown if he wanted to, but he's got his eyes play side. And I'm going to give Bo Nix the green light anytime he wants to. If he gets that middle of the field opened up, hey, man, use them wheels. Man, the bubble screen game was on point against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Broncos have always been a big bubble screen team, big swing route team, and you'll see the Broncos wide receivers did a great job blocking for your wide receiver here for Marvin Mims. Let's keep an eye out here. I'm going to pause it. Okay, right there. Cortland Sutton doing a great job. Nate Atkins, about to man up, doing a great job. You've really only got one man to beat, and it could be a house call if you're able to beat the safety there. I'm not blaming him for not beating him. That's a tough job right there. But well executed football play, and I got to give a tip of the cap to Cortland Sutton. Get involved in the blocking game like that. I love seeing wide receivers block. Pass protection was really good all day long. Luke Wattenberg, you're going to see. Luke thinks he's got a double team going on with Quinn Miners. If you look at your center, you see how he's posted up like that. He's looking out to the left. That's because he thinks he's got Quinn Miners on his inside shoulder. I'm not sure who's really to be blamed there, if it's Quinn or Luke, but they were not on the same page. A little bit fortunate that 98 was a big, fat, slow guy and isn't able to do any damage. This is a small thing, but look at the way this offensive line sprints to the line of scrimmage when they break the huddle. You just keep an eye on other teams. Offensive linemen tend to waddle up to that line of scrimmage. They take their sweet time. I love the way the Broncos attack the line of scrimmage when they get out of the huddle because it makes you think every time they're going to go on the quick count. Again, phenomenal pass protection. We're in good shape. Get the ball out to Troutman. Troutman makes one guy miss. Gain of, I don't know, 6 or 7 yards. I like how quickly Bo Nix is making his decisions, man. I mean, look how quickly he makes a decision, gets the ball out of his hand, delivers it to Cortland Sutton. Bengals showing a blitz look here. So we're in we're in 3 jet protection. So we're man over here, we're man right there, and then we got a 3-man slide for these 3 guys. So we got 3 for 3 over here, and then our running backs got to pick up this guy right there. Good ball, Bo. I like the way he played in this game. This one was weird. I'm not sure what happened here. The announcers were speculating that Harvey kind of drifted off on his route. It's let me see if I can. Dang it! Why can't I go back? I'm sorry, I can't go back, but it's a beautiful play call here. You really opened up that seam route with Evan Ingram and your outside wide receiver. I think it was Cortland Sutton. Then you get R.J. Harvey coming out of the backfield. We are just a tick too high and inside. That should have been a gain of 20 yards. RJ Harvey did a good job in the passing game, though. I think RJ ended up with 50 some yards on the ground, but he did a great job in the passing game as well. This is a good run from RJ on this play. Really liked the way the Broncos offensive line played. It didn't matter who was playing running back. They were just making holes, and they were making life easy for the running back. Okay, so we're going to run 19 Wanda or 19 front. A lot of different teams, however they want to call this. When we call Wanda or when we call front, that means we got to push all the way to the front side, right? So we have got no fullback on the field. The offensive line is responsible for every linebacker that is on the field. Great job from Ben Powers and Luke Wattenberg, though. Look at 74 and 60. 60 does a good job of getting on that inside hip. He just keeps running those legs and driving. They create a great hole right there for R.J. Harvey to pick through. And then I like the way that Luke Wattenberg peels off on his linebacker at the second level, ends up getting a 2-for-1 with 55 and 44. Bo does a good job of stepping up in the pocket on this one. He was a little bit less panicked when he climbed in the pocket in this game. The previous weeks, I thought he sprinted up in the pocket. This week, he showed a little bit more patience as he climbed it. Fly sweep to Marvin Mims, your gadget guy, and love the block from Pat Bryant up top. Okay, let's keep our eye up here on Pat Bryant. We're gonna down block on to the most dangerous man, which is gonna be this guy right there. Pat does a good job throwing his shoulder on him and making a touchdown block. And then Marvin Mims just uses that speed to outrun 28, who 28 uses really bad leverage on his angle for Marvin Mims. Let's watch it one more time from this angle. Good job by Pat. Okay, we got 8 minutes left in the half. Simple screen route to Nate Atkins. We got nowhere to go. All right, this one we got 19 truck. I think this is going to get called back on a holding penalty if I remember correctly. Oh, no. Actually, this is the hands of the face, illegal hands of the face of Trey Hendrickson on Cortland Sutton. You can see the illegal hands to the face right here. Trey Hendrickson's going to get his hand up on Cortland Sutton's neck. Again, though, this is what. Hold on. This is what we call 19 trucks. So you're going to get Garrett Bowles pulling out in space. Nate Atkins is leading the way. They do a good job of identifying that. Nate Atkins ends up leaving that first guy for Garrett Bowles. Then Nate climbs up to the second level. Ben Powers does a nice job running with his guy, although he does fall off late. Alex Palczewski reporting eligible again. Palcho might be the most utilized backup offensive lineman in the NFL. Damn, this is a hell of a run from JK. Gosh, you talk about patience, identifying the front. I see, and there's nothing there to the play side. Cutting it all the way backside, hitting that L2, jumping hard, making a big play for the Broncos. So this is what we call duo. You guys have heard me talk about power a lot already today. This is power without a polar. So we're going to get two double teams. This double team is working all the way backside. This double team, excuse me, working right there. What did I just do? Look at that jump cut from JK. Beautiful. Keep doing your thing, Dobbins. Palczewski's in the game again. This might be the same exact play. Let me see it from another angle. No, it's not the same play. So we call this 19 weak, different than 19 Wanda, what I told you guys earlier when the offensive line's got to work to the front side. This one, you got a fullback on the field. So fullback's leading there. We're man up. We're man up. We're going to be man there, and we're double teaming up to 55 on the backside. These two will be working up to most dangerous. Love seeing the commitment to the running game, though, man. Isn't it fun to see the Broncos call 3, 4, 5 straight running plays? Dobbins hitting that backside hard against Cincinnati. Good patience. Sees the hole in the backside again. We're off to the races. All right, we got to check out my man Nate Atkins on this one. We had so many guys doing a great job on the second level, from our wide receivers to our tight ends to our running backs. Keep an eye on number 45 right here. He's coming across the field, and hopefully we see this from this angle. I love that, man. 45 was engaged, blocked his guy about 5-6 yards. We've got good blocks going downfield here. From Pat Bryant. At least it's a willing block. Maybe not the best block, but it's a willing block. And then look at the top of the screen. Look at number 14, driving his feet, hands engaged. Okay, we got play action pass off power on this one, and we got nothing but time. We got nothing but space. Bo Nix has got the time to let this route develop. Hit the middle of the field to Troy Franklin. Broncos had 20 plays in this game that they gained 10 yards or more. I think they had 3, maybe 4 plays that they gained 20 yards or more. That's an explosive offense. Now it's RJ Harvey's turn to show good patience. We got 19 Wanda. We got to work all the way to the front side. You guys are becoming educated football fans. You're learning football lingo. So number 60's got to work all the way to the play side. On the back side, we're working to number 44. We've got a game run on the play side, which almost blows this play up because number 96 is going to loop inside. Garrett Bowles has got no chance on that. It's not his fault. He's got no chance, but he does a good job of washing him down. And then RJ Harvey just makes 2 guys miss and got a gain of 7 or 8 yards. Broncos changing up the tempo here. They go no huddle. They stay on the ball. Again, we got our bubble screen. Ball's out. 19's engaged. Unfortunately, 26 does a good job of identifying it. Hey, Evan Ingram's going to catch a pass. What do you know? Evan Ingram's going to get 4 catches in this game, only got about 27 yards. But regardless, it was nice to see Evan Ingram actually involved in the offense. Evan was a big priced free agent, and we need to get far more production than we got out of him, even far more production than we got out of this game. Going to hit Evan Ingram again on the sprint out to the right. Alex Polcheski reporting eligible, entering the game again. And we're going to go direct snap to RJ Harvey. Bo Nix is going to motion out. Wildcat formation. Got a tight end on the right. We got a tight end on the left. And we got an extra tackle on the left-hand side. So we got a jumbo formation going on. I probably would have preferred to see RJ put his foot in the ground and just get north, fall forward for a yard. But he's got good speed. He's going to be tempted to bounce this ball outside because of the speed that he's got. And this is the bonehead play of the game. Bo Nix is going to throw an interception on the bootleg outside. Just bad decision. I mean, by the time he delivers this ball, Troy Franklin's going to be out of bounds either way. Got no chance of catching this thing. And I was kind of pulling my hair out thinking, Bo, what are you doing, man? The only way to let the Bengals back into this game is to do something stupid. If you give turnovers to the Bengals, maybe they'll have a chance. Fortunately, the Bengals are a bad football team. I mean, that is about as bad of a football team as I've seen in the NFL in a long time. Broncos able to bounce back, and Bo Nix is going to have a nice, really nice drive right here in the 2-minute possession. Again, offensive line just doing a great job in pass protection, given all the time in the world. We've got our 5,000th flag of the day called or thrown, 5,000th penalty of the day called. Referees were out of control in this game. I don't care if the calls went in the Broncos' favor a lot. Refs were out of control. Look at this pocket. Awesome pocket by the offensive line. Bo Nix is able to just set his feet, be patient. Got a drop from Evan Ingram. Let's see, was it a bad ball? No, not a bad ball. Just got to catch it. We got 38 seconds left in the half. We're going to take a shot down the field to Troy Franklin and complete. Good to see Marvin Mims getting involved in the passing game, man. Sometimes he could be diminished to just a gadget role in this offense, not against the Bengals. The Bengals, he was a full-time wide receiver. Great strike from Bo. Bo showing some. What I like about this, though, Bo makes a bad decision, tosses the interception, comes out into 2-minute mode, and shows confidence and delivers a couple really nice throws. Again, nothing but time for Bo. Okay, this time the pocket's going to collapse on Bo a little bit. So he's going to have to step up. Your 2 tackles end up getting pushed back into your quarterback. I wouldn't call this bad protection, but it's not as clean as the last few have been. Try to hit Tyler Bidet on the slant route here. Excuse me, not the slant route. That's a Texas route coming out of the backfield. We got 17 seconds left, so we got time for one shot to the end zone. If you get tackled inbounds, that gives you time to go clock it. Anything less than 17 seconds, generally speaking, is not enough. Now, you're fortunate that you're going to get a penalty out of this one, and that's going to give you another shot at the end zone. If you do not get the penalty there, you're going to have to run up, you're going to have to clock it and kick the field goal. But they do get the penalty, and now we're going to get a touchdown because of it. Thank you, Cincinnati Bengals, for giving us another penalty. Thank you to the referees for being flag happy. Phenomenal protection again. I just can't say it enough. Broncos offensive line's been playing really well all year long. Tough catch by Cortland, man. Tough catch. All right. If you guys have not subscribed to Mount Polumbus Speaks, make sure you hit that link in my bio on Twitter. Go on over to YouTube and hit subscribe to YouTube. That's where my content lives. I put out content that is unique to the YouTube platform only. So you're going to want to make sure you're subscribed over there. And just know you'd be doing me a solid as I'm trying to grow my channel over there. If you could like, subscribe, make a comment, I'd be incredibly grateful. It helps my channel grow, does wonders for the algorithm. That's it for tonight. I will have the second half of the Broncos offensive film come out tomorrow on Wednesday night. For now, I am out. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me on Mount Polumbus Speaks. I'll be back